5, 6.
She put
I
him
would
last.
rank you as a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
You are watching a master at work.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy WattsTV. Look, today we have another reaction video. Today's reaction video is by Jubilee. We have not done a video that we have not reacted to a video that they made in a while. This video is called Strangers Rank Their Intelligence. Good old Jubilee. This is about to be very interesting, you yellow raincoat wearing sons of bitches. But before we get into it, please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe if you are rocking with the content, and also do me a favor and follow my social media. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Let's do this. Let's see. Hi, Jason. It's Jason,
into
guys.
another episode of Ranking. Before we get into our show, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Grammarly. As CEO of Jubilee Media, I have to do a lot of writing. Free version of your writing
Make your
provides
money,
a little
though. Make your
feedback
money.
on whether premium today. Again, that's
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like,
Okay.
We'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Hold up. Time out. Rewind. Let me, hold on. What did she just say?
for a free account.
One more time.
To go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, we'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Okay, she wasn't planning on going to college, but the only college that she decided to apply to was Yale. That means your grades were top notch. Your credentials were there. Don't get me wrong. I always tell you guys this. Going to college is probably a regret of mine. Like, honestly, to make money, I just would have got out of high school and just learned a trade, because schooling is not for me. And that piece of paper that's hanging on my wall right there hasn't done shit for me, really, to be honest with you. And I have student loans. But if I graduated from Yale, yeah, I'm sure a lot more opportunities would have been, opened up to me. But whatever. But hey, good on you. Her grades must have been fire. Okay, 6 people. Then we have them complete an IQ test. I want to take an IQ test. Where can I do that? Let me know in the comments down below.
Should we just like go down and do
intros?
Yeah, I'm Sade, I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler, I'm 21. I'm a high school graduate and I work in the Marine Corps.
I'm Kaylee, I'm 25. I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University and I have a bachelor's degree.
Maria, I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in the biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27. I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm
Hold
24.
Up. I don't know. Guys, don't get mad at me. His or her. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what this person goes by, but said the name was Sean, so I'm just going to say he. I don't know. So he said that he majored in dance and he still managed to get a job. That's crazy, bro. Good on you. Because dance majors, whew, y'all be fucked.
I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Oh, now they're babies.
I know, that's what I was saying, is age a factor?
Yeah, it gives you like years of experience.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
We need maybe it's good to identify what intelligence
Okay,
means.
time out. All right, so everybody here has a degree for the most part, besides the guy in the army. I can tell you right now, they think he's stupid. They are just going to assume that he's dumb just because he's in the Marine Corps. I'll put money on it.
I think intelligence is better defined as your adaptability and your problem-solving skills more than it is your education. Obviously, like the education, the stuff you've been through, puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from.
First of all, I can tell he's already smart because that's just facts. People who believe that grades really grades are a reflection of your intelligence, that's complete bullshit. Because I know a lot of people who make great grades. They do wonderful in school, but their common sense is just not, it's not here. It's out there somewhere else. It's just not here on this fucking planet. And they do stupid shit. Just because you make good grades, that doesn't mean anything, guys. Do not let grades dictate your life, excuse me.
Formal education definitely helps, but I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most essential?
So the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think intelligence.
My man, well, that's what I'm saying. See him and I, we can vibe. Like, yo, I want to be his friend. That's what I'm saying. Common fucking sense.
Is both EQ,
go.
IQ, and that common sense, street smart intelligence, all of that combined.
People consciously or unconsciously, when they see someone, form an opinion immediately. Like I'm sure we all did right away.
When I saw you, I told myself, Maria, do not judge him just by his looks. He could be throwing you off, or that's just who he is, but he can talk the talk and walk the walk. Sean, I didn't want to judge him based on the way he looks or dresses or acts, so I was like, I think he's intelligent.
First impressions,
you gotta be, you gotta be careful with these pronouns nowadays. Some chick on Twitter lit my ass on fire because I referred to her I as a she, and her pronouns were they, them, or something, and I was genuinely confused. I had to ask my friends what pronouns even meant. At the time, I didn't even know. Like, this shit was completely new to me. And when she say, my pronoun is they, them, thank you, and I was so confused. I thought she was Venom and had multiple personalities. We are Venom. Like, not even joking. I just made a joke out of it, but seriously, like, I felt bad, but how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Only because when I was in school, all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we were ranking confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
So what is the definition that we're going with is the biggest question.
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. It combines everything.
Does anyone have any like initial?
You can be honest.
Start on that side. I'm done going first.
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some input on that. There's so many aspects to intelligence. It really goes beyond IQ and EQ.
Right.
Even those two different factors really don't really capture what it really means to be intelligent.
I know I'm not, from Yale, I don't have a PhD, but what I lack in those areas, I'm able to still problem solve and use my own skill set, my emotional intelligence as well as my social intelligence.
Besides my
emotional intelligence is also a big one, because I know people who just can't read other people and cannot read the fucking room at all. Emotional intelligence, I didn't even think about that. You should probably add that too.
education and background, I feel like I have high emotional intelligence, like I'm aware of my surroundings.
As a software developer, my problem solving skills are obviously top notch, I think I would say. My whole life I've kind of had to fight to be seen as intelligent. I think I'm so used to having to do that as a woman, to just step up and be like,
and
yep,
you're blind.
I deserve to be here. My first job out of college, I was working at a law firm. Gentleman came up to me and said,
how are you guys getting these jobs right out of college while I'm fucking struggling? How? What do you do? Help! Help! What are you doing? My resume is good. I don't know. I have a mass communications degree. Help! Help!
Hi, you don't look like somebody that would work at a law firm. You look like somebody I'd go on spring break with. And I'm like, what?
Obviously, out of everyone here, I've got the least formal education. I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do.
Excuse me, a what? A who? What?
I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question. So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
Only certain people. You have to take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not really how much you know.
Yo, I've also had friends that fucking struggle with the ASVAB. That test is crucial. That shit is crazy.
But how well you can learn information. And I got a 94 on that. Woo! It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not gonna really get better at learning. Does that make sense?
I strongly disagree with you don't get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence. I'm very much...
That's not true. That's not true at all. She said that you can't, because honestly, I agree with him, because in a way, you can't really get better at learning. You are pretty much who you will always be through and through, and you are going to learn the same way 20 times over and over again. I'm not great at retaining information, which is why I was just okay in school. Like, when it comes to retaining information, like specific numbers, dates, whatever, I constantly have to see something done in front of me like 20 times over, or I have to have something in front of me so I could refer to notes, which is why I sucked at doing tests. But yeah, I disagree with her.
Dyslexic. I have ADHD and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and like 3rd percentile in others.
Also, keep in mind, a lot of individuals who have these learning disabilities or these disabilities in general, for some reason, they tend to be extremely intelligent. I don't know why, but a lot of the times, that's just the case.
I'll never be able to learn another language. I took Spanish for 12 years, and I can still basically only order a burrito.
So I have a question. Why did you go to Yale, and why did you go to Harvard?
My parents are immigrants from China, and I'm a first-generation immigrant as well, and college student as well. My family always really stressed the importance of formal education for something that I really strive for.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Why don't you guys rank each other from 1 to 6, including yourself, and give reasons why you want to do what you're doing?
This gotta go 1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2.
Because he's Asian.
3, 4, 5, 6.
She put
I
him
would
last.
rank you as a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
You disrespectful. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. So for anybody who's in the military, you just assume that they're not intelligent. First of all, for his job, he's not only in the military, he is a Marine. You have to have some level of intelligence just to be a Marine. And that's a lot of problem solving skills. That's comprehension, all that shit. I just can't believe she just said that. Wow.
Period.
No, full stop.
She doesn't have emotional intelligence, because that was fucking rude for somebody who risks their life on a daily, or did, or whatever. That was just completely rude and fucked up.
I do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody's
5,
putting
6.
him last.
I'm sorry.
I'm the villain this episode.
Does anyone think they're like either end of the spectrum?
I'd say I'm 1, if nothing else, because I know what I'm about and I'm sure of that.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Wait, you guys have to rank everyone too. That is so unfair. No.
Bro,
I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay, fair.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everybody put him last.
Sorry.
Everybody.
It's hard for me to look past the education part. Going to college, I think you learn a lot, if nothing else emotionally, but I still think.
I learned so much useless information that I never used in life ever. Ever. What the fuck was I'm a mass communication major, right? What the fuck was the point in me learning statistics for? Nothing I do involves math. Most of the why did I have to go to take an economics class? A hard ass one at that at VCU. Why? Bro, get the fuck out of here. Yo, please rank. Please rank.
1,
oh my
2,
gosh.
3.
Y'all doing
4,
my man
5,
dirty.
6. 1, immigrant parents, first generation, going to college, humble, modest. 2, me, I don't know, PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. He was ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results. But really just came down to his body language.
Isn't she the one that specifically said, I like my definition?
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. I like my definition. Language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he acted towards the group.
I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 6. So the reason why I put you at number 1 is I think you have the highest, not only EQ score out of everybody, but the way you present yourself, as well as being a PhD student, I think is just like a huge thing. And I put myself 6 because I feel like I might be the weakest in terms of actual IQ score. Hopefully I can make it up as everything else. So I did put myself as least intelligent. However, if it can't be me, I definitely think Tyler, unfortunately, his way of thinking is linear. And I think
that's not
intelligence
true.
is almost like a sphere. It's a picture. And right now he's only coloring with one color than, with the rainbow.
So who got the most?
You got too many colors on. You bright.
Thank you. Move down.
Who got the most?
Sean A was pretty up there too.
I feel like you were definitely 3, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, just go to
You were in Yale.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
I do feel like there might be a prejudice acting in terms of ranking you
Okay, I was thinking that
highly.
too.
But I agree with the ranking. I think you probably are the most intelligent out of all of us. I would feel weird placing you there and not acknowledging the dynamics in which we did so.
I can't wait.
Hearing that I had to take an IQ test was definitely hard to hear. Quantifying things for me in that realm is really hard because it gives you something really solid. Even if you don't buy into IQ tests, it still gives you a number at the end of the day, which is something you have to grapple with.
I cannot wait. Come on, give me the results.
Feels weird. Picking it up.
Come on.
I literally thought when you said to open the computer, we're going to look at social media, that I didn't think an IQ test would be part of it.
It was kind of expected. We're being ranked by intelligence, an IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1 is Raymond.
I like him.
Number 2 would be Kaylee. Number 3 will be Tyler. And number 4 would be
wait.
Shayla.
Hold
on.
IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1 is Raymond. Number 2 would be Kaylee.
Okay.
Number 3 will be Tyler. And
That's
number
what I'm
4
talking
would
about.
be Shayla.
That's
Number
what I'm
5 is
talking
Sean.
about.
And number 6 is Maria.
Let's go. All right, let's pause it. Let's go. He had a 131. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, she did too. You snooty little bastard. You thought that he was gonna be so low down the spectrum. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Oh, wait, time out. Old girl is last. Now they're flawed because you are behind the military man. Now they're flawed. Okay. All right.
I have really severe dyslexia. There's 2 questions on that test that I automatically basically can't answer.
I'm sure if you studied for an IQ test, you would do a lot better. Yeah. IQ tests are just one aspect or one way to measure intelligence. It's really on a spectrum what constitutes somebody as intelligent.
Before this, all I knew about IQ tests is that they existed, and the I stands for intelligence.
Coming back to intelligence, it's not just your IQ, it's your EQ, it's your common sense, it's street smarts. Sure, it is some type of metric similar to an SAT and ACT score is a metric for getting into college, but there's more to that person than that test.
I'm actually excited I wasn't last because I thought I was gonna be last, not gonna lie. I think an IQ test is a good indicator to see how people handle pressure, but I think that's easier to make sense in our heads that, oh, you're smart and you're not smart.
Definitely don't think it's the best metric. I've been exposed to tests like these probably more than most people here. That already gives me an unfair advantage.
This is my villain redemption arc. I'm climbing up the ladder.
Yeah. Let's go. Jubilee, great video. That's a great idea. That was a great idea. Wow. Let's go, bro. Isn't that so funny? They just knew Mr. Military Man was gonna be stupid just because he's in the military. Just because he graduated high school and automatically went into the military. You don't have a degree. I don't think. No. You snooty bitches. You thought you was better than him. You thought you was better than him. Woo! I love that video, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I thought this video was fire. Very, very entertaining as well. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna have some fun editing this because wow, there were some assholes on this panel, boy. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Again, let me know what you think. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, excuse me, and follow me on all of my social media, and I appreciate y'all. Yeah, and without further ado, I'm out. Peace.